The Black
All right.
Armory predates this city, I'll have you know.
Neighbors' dogs barking and whatnot.
Bark, bark, wow, wow. It was weird. Everyone got really quiet. It was like, did I just crash the stream on something? What do I want to do? Getting that Destiny burnout right now. Well,
Hold on, I'm sharing.
well, as we're just sitting here idly by, I guess I'll just put up Destiny 2. Alright, secret tech. Oh, what's this? You don't need to know anything. We'll just do one of these.
Sam's already here, and Skylar.
See how this works. Oh, super stuttery, probably. Well, when you guys are ready, I guess we can begin.
Calculations don't make any sense.
A quick night
Nerds.
disturbed many monarchies, Hunter.
Yeah.
Well, what up, Skylar? What up, Sam? You know, we're just taking our sweet time. I thought we ran a tight ship here, but apparently...
No, go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
go ahead.
wait, are you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm all shared.
You're all shared up? All right. Let's
Yeah.
bring this back. I will no longer be a ball hog on screen.
Oh.
All right.
Someone can't hear us on the stream?
What do you mean? Let me see.
I don't know. Skylar says can't hear who, Skylar?
Me?
Hello. Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay. Everything's coming out, right?
Wait, I just want to make sure. Go ahead.
I'm here.
Yeah, you should be coming through.
All right. Skylar's crazy. Anyway, that's all.
Hold on. I want to make sure. Now he's got me paranoid.
Skylar, answer.
I think he just got confused because everyone just wasn't talking.
I think that was it, because
Yeah.
we were all like sharing.
Yeah. But we'll find out real quick. I guess, all right, guys. Welcome to the Phoning It In podcast, episode 3.
This one's called
3.
cancel. This one's called cancel all the things.
Cancel all the things.
All the things.
Oh,
We are.
I mean, the title was Games to Break Out to.
We are not coming to you from Studio 212. We're still associated with the Soundcasting Network. We're a Soundcasting Network. 100%.
Satellite affiliate at this point.
Satellite
Yep.
affiliate. They're still in Seattle, Washington, sort of mostly.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere either. The way it's
Yeah.
looking.
No, we're not.
Just when we thought this episode 2 was it could be the last show for Phoning It In, we went with episode 3 because we can't go anywhere. So, welcome to the Phoning It In podcast. As the redhead stepchild to the Saltier podcast. No one. Okay. Well, there's that delay. You know, we still try to hold that same youthful energy we have in room with people, but you know, we got to do it over Discord now because Discord, that's what's hot right now.
That's what's cracking in the streets. No, you know what's on fire is Xbox Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Xbox Live crashed like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And also Steam has got like 20 million people on there.
Oh yeah. No, I saw that.
So it's popping in the streets.
Okay.
We'll get into that though.
All right.
Okay.
Should we do introductions so people know exactly who we are?
I suppose. Then where are we going?
Oh yeah, I forget. I'm not the host. I'm the host of this one.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Let's start to my left, which is the man with very little hair.
Hey, not fair, but yeah, but nature. What are you gonna do? And speaking of nature, but we'll get into that. What's up? This is the Save Rings. ... What can I say? Oh, I've been working from home and doing stuff that you would expect to be going on at this point in time. I've been playing a lot more video games than I normally have, and yelling at kids a lot more because they're not in school and I'm not at work. So there's like the yelling has gone up like 300%.
Tight.
That might explain this on the top here, actually.
Oh, so you think it's stress related? Because I know that shit. That's real.
No, It's like 99% genetics, but it's not. I know it's not helping though.
No, it's not.
Yo, AV, did yours grow back?
Oh yeah, I came back after a year and a half.
Hmm.
Juntao
Yeah.
did not last forever.
Yeah.
You named your bald spot?
Yeah, Juntao.
Tao.
He moved back.
Yep. He's
moved back to
he's
the-
been evicted. We told him it's not working out here, so you're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, like it's been real, but you gotta go.
I almost made a way more offensively racist joke on that one in my head, and had to catch myself
Yeah.
for that one. So
It's too easy.
Wait.
It was too easy.
You say something racist?
yeah, right.
So yeah.
Biggest racist man in the game.
So yeah. So I brought up the work from home thing. So if you hear voices in the background, or I suddenly go mute and you're watching this and you see me yelling over my shoulder, then that's what happened.
Kids need to be disciplined. That's what happens
Yes.
when you don't give them school.
Yeah. So that's my disclaimer. My total and only disclaimer if I'm not acting 100% professional on this podcast.
Okay. Well, we're phoning it in. We're just doing the bare minimums just to get some content out there, provide some entertainment for people who were probably locked in.
Yeah,
and
just
then
like us.
To the other man with the longer hair.
Yeah, the opposite of me right now. The
Yeah.
anti-saverings right now.
Yeah. Hey, maniacs. I'm Loud and Brown at Loud and Brown on Twitter and Instagram. I am gross deaf, otherwise,
But not on
Yeah.
Steam though.
but not on Steam. Not
A
till I
year
get that thing.
A year and 3 months ago.
Yeah, now would be the time to get, all the free time to be like at home. That
Yeah.
thing's gonna be tip top.
Tip top shade.
Yeah.
And nothing. I'm locked down. As some of you maniacs know, I work in restaurants in the city of Seattle. We are donezo. All restaurants and bars closed until further notice.
Oh, so they didn't give you an end date.
Not yet. The shortest estimations are like 2 weeks.
There we go.
At worst, they're saying it could be up to May.
Oh,
Like-
we're gonna highlight this guy. 466 days offline.
Look, he's
That's a
been
lot
off
of
for
days offline.
Like his account is a year old, but he's been off for 466 days.
Yep. Those are sad times. Sad
Achievement
times.
unlocked. Achievement unlocked. Loud Brown.
All
I'm a
right.
special boy.
You are special. You are special, all right? And we adore you for it.
Yeah, now's as good a time as any for me to start playing more Tekken and Street Fighter. I pick up Tekken every now and then. I none of my friends play Street Fighter anymore.
Dude, Tekken's the real game. Street Fighter just kind of got relegated to a joke because it can't be if it's not DBZ or any of those anime fighters at this point. Everyone's just doing Tekken.
You know what though? With all these extra people on, normally like one of the bangs on, playing these types of fighting games on the PC is the community's not quite as large or quite as active. I'm gonna take a look at the game stats and see with 13 million people concurrently on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how many people are playing. What should we look for? Tekken?
I don't know. Let's look at Street Fighter. Street Fighter is on
Okay.
PC, so we can do that. We'll do a comparison to Tekken 7, and then what? DBZ.
Oh, dude, it's not even in the top. It's not even in the top. Like, what is this? Like 100 games?
What? Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter and Tekken.
Okay.
All right. How about what's the other one? What's the one that just came out? The anime fighter.
Let me
Oh,
see.
Grand Blue.
Grand
Yeah.
Blue.
There. Oh wait, the Grand Theft Auto. No, it's not on there either. I thought it might break this top 100. It's getting a lot of buzz on here.
Oh, very interesting.
But then again, I'm looking at these games, and these are like the stalwarts. These are like Civilization and Gary's Mod and DayZ.
They're always
Yeah, you know-
player turnouts, but I was mostly specific just to the fighting game stuff since Derek still is in that scene.
Yeah, I was
Punching
trying to
other
find some
people's
comp.
buttons and rubbing people's joysticks.
I was trying to find some comp for you, Derek. I was trying to give you a reason to be on there.
Yeah. No, I mean he knows he could do it. Like he just has to get the game on the PC. That's all he has to do, and he just won't do it.
I
Yep.
don't blame you.
So
Stardew Valley's hanging in there tough. They're like number 15. That's crazy. A lot
okay.
of people virtual farming in this.
Yep. People are getting ready for the
situation.
post-apocalyptic life of farming.
Yeah. I got to learn how to grow my vegetables.
Yeah, through e-learning. I mean, that's what
Mhm.
people are using it for, right? It's just like a tool.
Yep.
So,
Where the
Yeah, but what
developers.
if I want to deliver stuff on my back?
okay, Death Stranding. Oh, we didn't
Yeah,
even
I
think
get
about Death Stranding for our list. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
we'll put
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We'll definitely put
that
that
definitely
in.
needs. Yeah, that definitely needs to be on there.
But yeah, so I guess games no one really played over the pandemic break. Like no one wants to highlight any games, which I doubt you guys did not do.
Oh, are we coming back around the bin? You want to
Yeah.
start with what you've been playing? What you've been playing?
Oh, actually, I have to introduce myself. I didn't. Did I introduce myself? I don't think I did.
No, you did not,
All right.
sir.
Well,
I
anyways,
believe that you are the Lord of the Soft.
all right.
Yeah, I thought you were
Yeah,
the,
cut
the
that off.
Fresh Prince of Del Ridge.
Oh yeah. I mean, I go by a man of many names, but it's your boy Von Shady. On the ones and twos. I like Dathan, who's my new persona that keeps spilling out, shouting at political nonsense.
Steep and Dathan sure does post late.
Yeah, Dathan's on a roll. He needs to control himself.
Be
But anyways,
honest, this month has Dathan DM'd any ladies?
only my current partner. That's it.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Okay, I don't know. I'm cool with one right now. So the only game
Yeah.
I've been playing is literally the Destiny 2 grind, 4 hours, and a little bit of PUBG. I forgot I'm still okay at PUBG. Like I'm not trash. As I
good.
say that, like I still can't get to like top 10 or the top 5 like push.
PUBG, I'm not trash.
I'm not trash. I can survive. I maintain a 1-0 ratio for a good chunk, but that was it. Other than that, I'm gonna be boring with games for a while, so I'll be sticking to one and committing to it.
Are you sure? Because March is kind of crazy. I mean, you got Borderlands 3 just already came out on the PC. You got,
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, already came out. It's because you can only get it through Epic Games, right?
Yes, as
So
was
legitimately, it's
discussed
out on
the
PC.
Yeah. So finally, it got launched for PC this week. I'll get into that in a sec.
Okay.
What else you got? You got Doom Eternal. You
Yeah.
got Stellaris Federations.
Okay.
And there's one other.
Never heard of it. Stella what?
Stellar.
Is this a DLC or a full release?
The full release. It is both. It's not a completely new game. It's just a
Okay.
DLC with a huge update that goes along with it.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, I will start streaming this game for sure because in this game it's got a galactic community and it's got a galactic senate. So you literally can be the Senate.
Okay.
So that's the goal of everyone's game. Is at some point you have to pause it and look into the camera and go, "I am the Senate." So that's the meta in that game now.
Well, that was some awkward ass humor for political games. Please tune into the Saverings, or is it Things Betwixt?
That would be Things Betwixt on
Okay.
Twitch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of games to play, but I would say let's figure out some more game releases as we talk about more games. To Saverings, you had to play something. You can't just say you did not play Stellaris because I refuse to believe that.
Oh no, actually I didn't. I've been watching the live streams and some YouTubers covering it, just to kind of get an idea, like see what's new and see what they came up with. But no, I haven't been playing it. I haven't really played it in about it'll be a month, I think, at this point.
Are there viruses in that game?
Yes, actually, one of the relics you can get, it gives you its passive effect is it gives you extra society research. Basically, the little symbol for it is like these little vials inside of this container to keep it from shattering. But it's basically what it does is on your ships when you bombard planets, you can be selective and just take out like military targets. You can be indiscriminate and just carpet bomb the hell out of the whole planet. You don't care if you kill people or not. You can be you can abduct people. And then, but with this relic, when you click it and activate it, you can bomb the pox on them.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it kills everyone, leaves all the buildings, but it leaves the planet uninhabitable unless you terraform it. Or in the new one, in the new Stellaris Federation's expansion, if you're playing as a rock race, as a lithoid, you can pick two different kinds of colony ships: your regular ones, which go and land on the planet, or you can pick an asteroid and actually crash it into other planets and blow it up. But because you're rocks, that works for you because it knocks it makes it better for mining. So yeah, so the only way to get rid of the pox is by either terraforming the whole planet or nuking it with an asteroid.
Okay, more nerdy
yes.
space shit about galaxies.
So yes, You can nuke things, and you can give things the pox and spread disease.
Maybe
and
one
stuff.
day I'll take an honest effort on trying to play that game, because if it plays anything like Civilization, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a 3D Civilization in space, but instead of it being turn-based, it's pausable, like a Command and Conquer or something.
Okay.
And speaking of that, the remix should be coming out pretty soon. The remaster for that, and I'm looking forward to playing that.
Or will it?
Good. It could.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much done at this point. They just haven't shipped it yet.
I just thought about that. So, like, game companies, are they like sending employees home with dev kit to work on stuff?
Hey, I mean, I can't really speak on what I'm doing, but normally in my line of work, unless I've worked with phones and stuff like that, which I have, they don't really send you to with home with too much stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's
in
just
this
too
case, they
much
did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as long as cause, I mean, it's all released product anyway. It's not like it's a prototype or anything like that. So yeah, they send me home with stuff, which normally if this didn't happen, they never would have done.
Yeah.
So.
You can't just be like, I'm gonna work from home Friday. I'm gonna take this highly sensitive material out and be like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about? You trying to get fired is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like our whole team has like 2 of these, and I'm gonna take both of them home on the bus. Let's do
So
it.
what you're saying is someone's gonna leak an alpha build of Halo 6? Is that what you're saying?
No,
It's gonna
like
pop up out of nowhere.
the only people that are gonna have those dev kits are gonna be the actual devs. So I don't think they're gonna give those to any QA people, unless they're like a high up like lead that's been there for a while, like it's maxed out as a lead as you can get.
But even then, the devs being able to take that home, that's pretty nice.
It happens. I've seen that happen quite a bit.
Okay. Well, Loud Brown, what would you have said you played over the first week of lockdown?
Oh, just, you know what? Overwatch with Zach.
Okay.
And I think I jumped on Tekken for like a second, but
Everything's better.
Always trying to fight. Always trying to compete.
always trying to fight. Oh man, I think they keep adding like every single version of Tekken. They keep adding more pro wrestling moves to. But I'm
Good.
trying to think which character has a super kick, because you know I'm reading your shirt, and I'm like, who can put someone to sleep in the game?
You
And
know
I
where
think
GTS comes from, right?
What?
You know where that move comes from, right?
What, the super kick
No.
or the go to sleep?
Go to sleep.
No.
It comes from a pro wrestler named Kenta, all capitalized.
Oh.
A lot of people believe CM Punk was the guy who originated that. He just made it popular in the States. GTS was a pro wrestler move from Kenta, who was from Pro Wrestling Noah, which is now currently in New Japan as a part of the Bullet Club, hence the font design. It looks very Bullet Club-like. I'm hoping he becomes fourth gen or 5th gen leader. That's what I'm hoping for, but that's wrestling shit.
I'm trying to remember what the heck this thing looks like.
Just type
Oh,
in...
Kenta from the Golden Lovers?
No, that's Kota.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's fighting Kenta.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yep. It's a devastating move. We'll probably cut to it later. I'm in the middle of some business. But yeah, that's pro wrestling shit in a nutshell. Yeah. So what did end up happening in this week's news of video games and technology?
Oh, well, first off, Maniacs, so I got to keep remembering that, you know, when I find a new podcast I like, I listen to, you know, I play catch up. I'm like, oh, what were the last like 5-6 episodes? Or right now I'm listening to a lot of How to Be a Better Drinker. And, you know, I downloaded like 20 episodes. So let's pretend that someone's creeping in our back catalog and date today a little bit. You know, this is the second week of March, and the COVID-19 has shut down all bars and restaurants in Seattle, Washington, and has made only a lot of people are working from home.
Yep.
And it's pretty crazy around here. Grocery stores are out of hand sanitizer and toilet paper because of course they are.
Yeah, I mean, apparently that was the need to get first. Now that we're gonna live through like essentially an apocalypse, if this continues trending further and further down the line, is toilet paper. Did not expect that to be number one on everyone's list.
Me neither.
So if you,
I wasn't thinking hand sanitizer either.
well, I guess it's a reflection on what's happening in terms of it's a disease based thing. So what they're trying to do is prevent disease.
That's true.
So
And
I get that move.
you know what else is really weird? People
What?
are freaking out about the hand sanitizer, but my buddy, like, she had a story on Instagram and she walked past like the hand soap, just picked up soap, no problem. I was like, you're gonna be locked down at home anyway. What, you can't walk to the sink every now and
Yeah.
then? It's so ridiculous. People just like, hand sanitizer is like instant gratification,
Yeah,
I guess.
like I have to just do the same motions and just let it run around. And
But- As someone that works in food, that's not good enough as a food handler. Like
No.
a hand sanitizer is not what the CDC and everybody wants you to do
It's
as
not
you're
industry
handling food.
standard.
They want you to wash your hands with antibacterial soap for 20 seconds. That's what they want you to do.
oh yeah,
So hand sanitizer is like, I don't know, it's like a half measure. The soap should be gone. Kind of like, what comedian? It might have been Greg Fitzsimmons. And he
Mhm.
was calling bullshit on oil companies about the raising and lowering of barrel price. And he's like, this is how I know OPEC is bullshit. He's like, petroleum jelly at your local drugstore hasn't moved like at all in price with all of these fluctuations. It's like the oil barrel prices are just like out there for like no reason.
oh yeah.
Anyway,
So
that's my rant.
Yeah, it's this
But now
rant that was not very video game news related, but still a serious topic that people need to be aware of.
I had to talk about it for a second.
I mean, you could have in the first 5, but I guess the severity of this whole situation is wash your damn hands, get over it.
Something I did want to speak on real quick in regards to Borderlands 3. If any of you are out there are playing it on the PC, let me know what you think of it as far as the performance and stuff goes, because it's a really heavy game. It runs super heavy, super chunky on your computer. So I'm just wondering what kind of settings people are running. I actually had to look up a couple different YouTube videos and a couple different walkthrough videos. Digital Foundry had one, and Hardware and Box also had another one where they go through and they actually have charts that show you turning this to this has this much of an impact. So I literally went through their whole walkthrough and picked it apart, because I was running that game at 1440p and about 70 to 90 FPS, which is just a no-no. But after going through all these settings and stuff, now it runs at about 90 to about 130, 140 in there somewhere. But yeah, really tricky game. If you play this on the console, did you notice anything going chunky with it? That just might be like a poll we put on our page or something. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm curious.
What game is this?
This is Borderlands 3.
Oh, Borderlands 3. Yeah. For
Yeah.
console, was that Xbox or PS4 for that like run rate? Oh no, you're talking about your PC, right?
Yeah,
They
but
could-
it also ran kind of strange on the consoles too. They had to fix it over the course of a couple patches because it is a very demanding game. So I figured since I had an audience, I'd ask the audience if you guys have played it either on console or PC. What was your experience as far as the performance, and did anything ever fix it? So
Hot Dookie.
Hey, we got Matt Stotts watching.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up, Matt?
yeah,
Always
yeah.
True Blue.
Yeah, I was hollering at him.
He's also talked about the one of the things that I think should be taken off in general, regardless of a pandemic, a fucking bidet. Fucking getting that nice jet water right in your booty hole, fucking splashing all that shit off you. And if you get enough money into it, you can have it blow dry your ass off. It's a great idea,
Jeez.
Maddie.
all that
See, that's
stuff.
I
the thing
support
with
your
me, right?
bidet choices because it eliminates toilet paper.
It
Yeah.
does. That said, when I was in Japan, most places, like most of their toilets have the bidet built. You still need like a little pat dry afterward. Like otherwise, some of them are really, really intense, and you're just soaking wet.
Yeah, it's like a pressure wash for your asshole.
Yeah, like can you imagine? Just like what do you like? What if there's no toilet paper and there's only the bidet? Do you like shake yourself clean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. I'm gonna have a butt towel. It's gonna have to do it. but theoretically, it should just be pat dry, and then
Real quick.
no
Yeah.
difference than wiping your own ass with a bar of soap.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So
Well, cool. We'll relate that to a video game. Shenmue. There
yeah,
we
Shenmue, Japanese culture, virtual
Yeah.
bidet simulator.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I mean, like if you
or,
well, it's
Yakuza.
not.
Yakuza as
Yup.
well.
Oh,
Yakuza.
Yakuza. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, I was gonna say,
They
like-
definitely have bidets.
I mean, with Japanese toilet, there's a lot of electronic gear going into those things, so it is
I mean,
a
it
technical.
really
Yes. How much do those toilets cost?
I mean, if you want like the bells and whistles, anywhere between $500 to $700 right now on Amazon.
Wow.
And like you can get warm water shot up in there. You can have it like
That's
gyrate.
the only way it works. No one wants cold water up there. That's psycho.
It's like taking a shower. Like you don't want to get blasted in the ass with cold water. Like when you're like in the most vulnerable position. But sometimes what I like to do is I like a come down. So after like warming it up, I'll come back down to like cold water.
Oh.
It's some psychopathic serial killer shit.
So, maniacs, if you don't know this, there are a lot of settings to these Japanese toilets. Like they're just flush, bidet, and that's it. Like the flush has different styles. There's one for solids and liquids. The bidet, you can angle it different. It has different temperatures and pressures.
Some of them have a blow dryer built into them, so we're
They
gonna
have
see
motion sensors.
They have motion sensors. The seat warms up.
It's nuts. It's
That's
bananas.
technology at its finest. We should be. I don't know why America is not investing in this toilet technology. I think it's ludicrous.
I will say one thing. Feels a little weird that they're like plastic. Here in America, we're fancy. We're used to porcelains.
Hmm.
And the plastic seats, they feel a little cheap. I'll be honest.
I mean, yeah, but if this seat warms up automatically for me, I might be down for this.
I think there's a way to combine both worlds. Or what about a gold seat?
A gold seat. Oh, now you're talking that corporate greed that I liked so much.
But we should probably move on to anything video games. We talked about
anything
toilets
video
as
game.
long as-
People think we just like talk about shit and blast and booty holes.
and viruses.
Yeah, but I mean, what else is on the news?
Here I got something timely if you want to talk about that. Let's see.
Oh,
This is a video. I usually watch this guy's video, City Skylines videos. That, for those that aren't sure, that's like a city building game.
Mm-hmm.
Made by the same company that does Stellaris, if you're interested or anything like that. But today he did a video. I'll put it up here.
Yeah,
where basically he makes a Costco with a bunch of people standing outside in front of it. See, look, he's like building his little Costco here.
What
Legit,
the hell?
He made the assets for Costco. Oh my god, what a fucking maniac!
So here's the Costco, and look, and then he put a whole bunch of people standing around outside with toilet paper rolls.
Oh my god, he legit this is how you know this guy has way too much free time, or he's like some streamer that can afford to just do this bullshit.
Well, you can get these assets off of the Steam Workshop, and he was building the city anyway. It's part of a series he's doing. So he's like, today I just felt inspired to do this part of the city. I don't know why. So he built a Costco with a bunch of people standing out in front of it.
Is he recreating the city or just building his own city?
The city's kind of based on New England.
Okay.
Yo, we got Tybo on the chat.
So
What up?
This is what's cracking here in Seattle. If you guys, this is the ultimate social distancing here. This is what's going on. But this is actually from Italy. There's a gentleman at an Italian market rocking this saucer. Like, stay away from me.
I mean, Italia right now is getting wild with that COVID. I was gonna say COVID-19 spread. Man,
People are calling it the beer bug. If you don't want to upset people.
Oh, he's got a little reacher on that thing too. Holy shit!
Yeah, he does. He's got a little grasper, so he can reach past his own dimensions, but can't reach.
Yeah.
Wow. That guy's living in 2030.
Yeah.
He is. That guy's way ahead of the curve.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna be a survivor. Be prepared to meet this boss in your 2030 journey of COVID-19 apocalypse.
This might also partially work for like zombies. If this is like
Yeah.
If it's like the
Is
slow
that a
moving kind,
segue, my friend? Is that what that is?
It
I
could
mean,
be.
it might be.
It
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
Bitch, I
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah, well, let's go for it. Speaking of
Alright.
speaking of
I don't know
zombies,
what he wants to do. Go for it.
who me?
Is this
Yeah,
me?
you. No,
You're the
because
host.
you. Oh, I'm supposed to be saying. You were
Yeah.
leading into it, so okay.
All I said was speaking of zombies. Dot dot
But
dot.
Dot. Let's go
right.
take it to our sponsors. Thank you,
Voodoo
New Belgium,
Ranger.
Yes.
New Belgian Brewery, for hooking us up with the Voodoo Rangers.
I am dry right now. Usually I have on the premises, but it's an apocalypse, so I drank them all already.
So, yeah,
Oh no!
great forward planning. If you're gonna be stuck in the apocalypse, get rid of your good shit first immediately.
I panicked. I panicked.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what they call it.
realized all those poor beers at the studio are just by themselves.
I know we gotta go like liberate them.
We do.
Liberate.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Lauren.
thank you, Lauren, for New Belgium Brewery. We have a precious treasure cargo sitting at the actual studio, but we've been told to stay put. So maybe one day we'll get to taste your glorious, refreshing yet silky smooth with a little bit of hard to it.
It'll
IPA.
just make it that much sweeter. Yeah, and they're like be careful. They're a little bit stronger than you think they are at first.
Yeah.
They're still B Corp certified, still employee owned. Hashtag live dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks for the hashtag clap. Anyways, now that we've satisfied our sponsors, with all these outbreaks going on and people getting locked down and screaming about the end is near, what games would you say would be great examples of post-apocalyptic civilizations? Either spawned by natural disasters, alien invasion, viruses, pandemics, stuff of that nature. What would you
And I know
classify some stuff?
And like I know we're gonna be missing some stuff in here.
What have
I know
games
I'm
have you
missing
played?
some stuff. All time. I would have to say. Well, we had a little list going.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to throw Fallout in there.
Okay.
The good ones and the bad ones. Just that whole vibe, that whole
The whole series.
yeah. And of course, if you mention Fallout, if you're already a Fallout nerd and you started getting into it, then you've probably heard of another series called Wasteland, which basically is Fallout. In a lot of ways, it does take place in that same universe. A lot of the original creators of Fallout left formed their own company, and they started making the Wasteland games. Or it's a lot of I can't remember the history, but they're tied in together. Which is also another think of Fallout without all the over the top radioactive wackiness, but it's basically the same thing.
Wait, so you're saying a more serious Wasteland, or like a more serious Fallout, where the jokes
Yeah,
aren't really there?
Yeah, or it's more like a Walking Dead except without the zombies. So it's Fallout where you're doing the same things, everything's all tore up, and you're trying to find out exactly what happened. But there's no like super mutants with like British accents, you know. Like it doesn't get too crazy, you know.
It doesn't go liberal with the themes. Like that.
Hey! I didn't say that. So we got Fallout. We got Left 4 Dead.
Yep. Classic little survival.
I've actually been fiending to play that game.
Was it survival co-op shooter?
Yeah, shout out to Turtle Rock.
Yep.
This was originally a student project, and of course Valve got a hold of it and was like, "We'll just pay you to come and just make a high budget version of that." Became the first Left 4 Dead. They made Left 4 Dead 2, and then they left and made Evolve.
Oh, it's that team did Evolve.
It's the same people.
Oh man.
Yeah. So they got out from under their contract with Valve and skedaddled, and it Evolve, and Evolve, whatever that's going on over there, it's still around.
It's there.
It's Evolve. It's there.
Yeah, that's not a great campaign, but you know, you could buy it. You could get into it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
Stalker.
previews of that. Stalker, that's a fucking classic that I think no one really plays or understands that exists.
Yeah, what the heck is Stalker? Is London working from home? Or do we have?
I mean, Russ had to do his own screen switch over to go find his articles.
I had to do my own.
Had to do his own work. London, like, feed that in, like, when you get a chance. But I can go on about Stalker until we get there. Stalker is this, like, Eastern European version of Fallout. Like, if Fallout,
Okay.
went like under,
okay.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Think of Fallout mixed with The Witcher, and I don't mean like fantastical with monsters and stuff, but with The Witcher is like Eastern European.
Yeah, it's in the Eastern European thing. They basically tried to. I think you actually fight in Chernobyl, right? Or Chernobyl, or something like it.
Think of the Metro games as the spiritual sort of successors, as close to as we get. The sort of the spiritual successors to the original Stalker games, and they've been out for a while. The first one came out in like 98 or something,
99. Man,
something like that.
And that's still, I would say, my favorite and best one of the series that represents how that game works. Because they did do, I think, 2 sequels, and then they stopped because those 2 sequels weren't as great and a little bit more buggy. But essentially, Stalker is a first-person.
Oh wait, dude, I'm tripping. The first one came out in 2007. Get out of here! It seems like that game's been out for way longer.
I feel it feels old because of what the graphic engines they used. But
yes,
Stalker is a first-person RPG. I was gonna say MMO, but first-person RPG where you take an assumed alias of a nameless grunt that is stuck in the dark, like hot zone of Chernobyl. So basically, when Chernobyl went into lockdown, they had to quarantine the city and basically put like lethal armed guards on the outer ring of the city so no one could get out except for like people who could bribe officials. But you have to live in a very post-apocalyptic radioactive world and try to survive. And the world is ruled by bullets, ammo, and whatever special artifacts that you can find out in the radiated fields of Chernobyl. So
that's real close.
Yes, and it's generally considered like a very it's very niche. It's very niche. It's the type of game it is much more common these days. It was just a little bit ahead of its time back in the day. But if you've played it or play it now, and then you go and you play Metro or I don't know, like Fallout, anything like that, it borrows heavily from Stalker.
Wow,
a lot of
so a polite applause to Stalker for getting that ball started.
Definitely, yeah, and it was started. Yeah, and it was definitely an acquired taste. It wasn't like a mainstream smash hit, but it definitely had its niche following that was very loyal. Very much like Metro when those came out.
Yeah, I remember playing first Metro. Speaking of which, that's also on the list.
Metro.
When I played the first Metro, I had a piece of shit PC I had that I Frankenstein out of spare parts my brother left.
And you were getting like 2 frames a second on that game.
I was getting I had to crank everything low and then run it at 720p on my TV that I have in my current bedroom right now.
Yeah, Metro is notoriously, speaking of Borderlands being a hog, yeah, Metro, actually all of them except for this very last one are resource hogs.
It likes being a real resource ball hog.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially that game is also a Eastern European storyline. I think it's based off of a novel too, of the same series or something like it.
Yes.
But
yes, I think Metro is also is it Russian or Polish?
I just say Eastern European because I can't distinguish because I don't understand when people are speaking Russian or Polish to me.
Okay, well if anybody knows in chat, or sees this video, let us know.
Yep. So that's just kind of something like, and that one is just pretty much a straightforward, like linear on the rail shooter, or not on the rail, but like it's a pretty straightforward single player shooter where the reality was there was no currency except bullets, and the bullets that you would spend have like special properties to like hit extra damage harder or some stuff. But
that armor piercing, that AP,
so there's definitely like an established universe that has centered its life around bullets and fending off from radiated mutants. Are you
okay? So
let him bring it up.
What's up?
Bring up Stalker?
No, I don't think so. I'm just like saying, it's like if that's Stalker, then I got confused. What was State of Decay?
State of Decay is different, and the game I just explained was Metro, and that has a long
Metro.
series.
Sorry.
The State of Decay is more like your traditional kind of open world zombie kind of thing, kind of like a DayZ or Unturned. That's another good one I need to throw up on this list.
Unturned?
Unturned, yeah, Unturned is a puffy, cartoony version of DayZ, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the first games I was playing with my kids actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So multiplayer,
So, yeah, DayZ.
multiplayer friendly.
Yeah, I'm almost
Very much.
more, in my head, were there games like, okay, so, my buddy, my best friend who's been on the podcast once, him and I are both really into tabletop.
hmm
And there's a game called Pandemic, and it's about this worldwide disease, and you have a team trying to, it's really fun. It's cool. It's all teamwork. But I'm trying to think if there's something like, there's so many video games that hover around when it comes to disease. Like, it's never just, oh no, when they get infected, they die. It's like, oh, they get infected, they become future enemies because it's more
Here you go.
exciting.
Here you go,
you
Shady.
gonna do it?
Yeah.
Thanks, London Facts, for pulling through. Just because it's
London.
COVID-19 lockdown doesn't mean you can't just send us a link.
Oh man, she's gonna be real mad when she realizes we don't really have an access to internship.
I mean, the joke's on her. The college credits didn't go through, but we're gonna see how long we get to this free labor for. You know?
It's fine. She's getting free Voodoo Ranger, and she's gonna throw this on her resume. But this is Stalker
Yeah.
or
Yes.
Metro.
No, this is
That's
Stalker.
Stalker.
Yeah.
2007. Yeah, that doesn't look like 2000.
It looks
That
like
definitely looks. You're right, though. It doesn't
Half-Life
look like
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like the beta for Gary's mod or something. But
Yeah.
as far as like the story and the ambiance and all that kind of stuff, it knocked it out of the park, and it still gets brought up to this day, as you can see, like just from the graphics and the presentation. It looks like Escape from Tarkov or from Tarkov.
Yeah.
Yeah, a game like Escape from Tarkov, totally inspired by this game.
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh yeah.
Thank you, London.
Thanks, London.
So, like I said, though, are there any games kind of post-apocalyptic like that don't have to do with aliens, but like just it's like about an actual normal disease?
Yeah, there is actually. Days Gone is well, it's a zombie movie, but technically we're classifying as any disease outbreak movie. Zombieism is in this aspect, a disease.
And fun fact,
I get that, but I think that's what I mean. Like, so many of them lean toward being zombies or zombie adjacent, but like
a Last of Us, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can.
Didn't World War Z just come out? What's that zombie game that just came months ago with like the big fast moving? Was that a World War Z game?
Probably.
I'm
I
not
thought you were
sure.
gonna refer to
Okay.
Days Gone, and that was
You remember?
last year.
You remember when Resident Evil 4 came out? They were
Yeah.
technically not zombies.
Yeah, it was a disease, so that's why
Yes. Matalo.
yes.
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
Oh, fun fact about Days Gone, and I think we mentioned it on this podcast, but Days Gone is actually technically an alternate future version of a Siphon Filter game.
Oh, that's the tie.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
Days Gone is as if you had lost a game of Siphon Filter.
Oh, gnarly.
Yeah.
Well,
That's pretty
That's a
cool.
very interesting way to bring that into this future.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like, I mean, not really spoilers, because there are more Easter eggs. You can beat the game without knowing any of this. But as you play toward the end of the game, if you're really looking for things, you start to find clues, and it ties into the agency that was in Siphon Filter, ties into some of the missions if you play the Siphon Filter games, and you start to piece it together like, oh, like you failed Siphon Filter, so here we are. So yeah.
It's such a weird like tie-in call out for bringing like a game that I haven't seen or heard in a while. I wonder what's happened to Siphon Filter.
They need to bring that game back. There's a
actually-
couple games
Yeah.
they need to bring back. Siphon Filter, Jet Moto needs to come back.
Jet Moto.
What?
Remember
You
Jet
know who
Moto?
didn't have a good chance that I think deserves one?
Twisted Metal again, please.
Auto Modelista.
What the fuck is that?
I agree.
It
That
is
game needs a sequel.
Capcom's Racer. It was cell shaded, but it came out when everybody was trying to go for realism. Like, and Project Gotham and Gran Turismo were
If they
doing
release
this.
that game now for like $40, it would sell like crazy.
Dude, 20. Especially since in a post
Forza and all that stuff.
no. Rocket League world. Like, Rocket League is by no means a realistic racing soccer game.
No.
Obviously, it isn't. But it like Automodelista was fun. Like it was so arcade like, and all the other ones just had so much to do with like mods and spreadsheets to get your car perfect, and it kind of took the jam out of your donut. You know?
It was kind of a throwback to like Initial D, like on the freaking Sega Dreamcast. Did you ever
And
play
you know,
those?
we never really got. Yeah. Like Initial D.
Yeah.
Initial D. To be honest, though, I never liked any of the home version. I had to be at the arcade with my car.
This is loud. This is Loud and Brown. This is Loud and Brown, the arcade snob. Everyone.
But did you ever play it at the arcade? They had at GameWorks too. Every game you got points, and it got thrown on your card. You could treat it like a savable like home game.
Mm.
And at the end, you cannot beat the final bosses. Well, you can. It's just really, really hard. You can't do certain mountains with a stock car. Like it's almost impossible. And, you know, just doing the first, but the thing is, it was $1 per game.
Sweet Lord.
Yeah,
Even when you won. Per
Sweet
race, it was
Lord.
$1.
Yeah, it was designed to just take money
Take
away
your
from people.
money. Yeah.
Just take
Old
it away.
school. It was like Frogger. It's supposed to just eat your quarters.
Yeah.
So the game costs $50 to beat. There are 50 races.
If you're flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not
Good
counting
Lord.
you losing races. So we're talking about a game that people easily spend $100 on to beat.
Yep, and I've seen those Asian drift boys out there. Like,
But
they're
it's
so proud of that card sometimes.
yeah, but you know me and our homie MJ, we're all about that game, and it's a very, very enjoyable arcade experience because the wheel move and it plays the Beatmania Eurobeat music,
Oh, it's
and
tight.
it's so dope. And when you're playing against your friends, you know,
Even better.
I don't know, like it's fun. It feels pretty awesome. I don't know if it's more fun than the arcade version of Mario Kart because that's pretty killer,
Mhm.
but it is like one of my more enjoyable arcade experiences. Mario Kart in the arcade is like parallel to none. It takes a picture of your face, and anytime you get hit by someone, their face pops, so you know who like just hit you with a blue shell.
It's got very cute gimmicks to it. Very
It
cute,
narcs on you?
cutesy. Oh yeah. So,
But
you know,
anyway,
revenge
wait, what else do
kill.
we? Last
just-
one.
Back to like actual games that we were talking about for horror, not horror specific, but
You gotta throw
post-apocalyptic
in-
games.
Post-apocalyptic games. We got this one I spoke about on the podcast maybe about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago at this point, maybe longer. Hyper light drifter.
Oh,
This
is
one,
that post-apocalyptic?
Very much so. The beginning of it is the end of a Miyazaki when everything just goes to shit. So yeah, it's pretty much Princess Mononoke, you know, when the big skeleton guys shoot up and like blow up everything with their laser beams.
I'm gonna
it's
be
pretty-
honest. Did not pay attention to the story in that game. As long as my long list of problems of not really caring about the story of games.
Yeah, but the thing with that, yeah, but that game is definitely post-apocalyptic. I was gonna throw out. Hang on, if we got London real quick.
Yeah, London.
Yeah, hey London, check this out. Where is it here? This is another game. I was trying to think what it's called. It's called Deadlight. It's basically a post-apocalyptic survival game. And as I was playing it, I couldn't help but instantly notice this takes place here in the Seattle area. You actually start off in Linwood.
What?
Of course, because it's from a
Sure.
Xbox Game Studio, so they just
Yes.
wrote from what they know.
Yep. So yeah, you actually start off in Linwood, and then you end up downtown, and you actually cross the 5 right where it all stacks up. You know that interchange where like the 90 comes in, and yeah, you actually cross the 5 right there, like right over at Soto,
Okay.
and you go down into the sewers. Yeah, so I thought it was really interesting. Like I knew exactly where I was half the time I was playing that game.
That's
So that's
funny.
another good one.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so we got that.
And then Days Gone is set in Portland, Oregon, for their universe.
Yep.
So
Um,
very funny that they chose the Pacific Northwest to be the pilot for post-apocalyptic zombie games.
yeah,
Maybe they know how virus spreads, and you know we have the right temperature, and that was just inevitable.
Oh, Dead Island, the
Yeah.
notorious like buggy but fun, buggy game. Like I didn't
Yes.
get turned off by playing that game, like with the bugs in that game.
And then the game that kind of like replaced it. This is by the same people. You got Dying Light.
Dying Light, another fun game that had some error issues. I actually wanted to actually beat that game, and I was playing it with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and we didn't get really far. I think we maybe played about an hour into it, and then they weren't into it, even though they told me, I'll play that with you. No. So
And
I
also
went
shout out another apocalyptic game that most people have played, at least people of a certain age, and you don't realize that it's an apocalyptic game. Is Contra, because everything's blown to shit. Like by the time you start off.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you, London, for coming in real quick.
Coming in clutch. But you know what? The thing is, one of the cool things about Last of Us, not that the game needs any more praise because it got all the awards.
It gets all the praise.
Only like what, a third, like maybe a third to half of the game is about the zombies, the creatures. So much of it is just about other humans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mostly about that.
Trying to get guns.
Especially if you watch the like the trailer for the new one, like you don't see.
I didn't. You better believe I didn't.
You don't see any clickers at all.
Oh, the Last of Us trailer that they're making?
it's just murder porn. So if you're not into it and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess it's just murder porn then.
Oh Jesus! Wait, what year did Manhunt take place in? Was that post-apocalyptic or was that just a?
It's not post-apocalyptic. It was just a psychotic experiment gone wrong in so many sense of the word.
That game's sadistic. Maniacs, look it up. Manhunt video game. I think it got banned in Europe for the Wii. Only the Wii version.
No, because what happened was they fucking murdered the shit out of Manhunt 2 on the Wii.
What do you mean?
Did you not know the sequel to Manhunt came out on the Wii? Oh, get out of there. But yeah, the Manhunt series I wouldn't qualify as that, is because it was more of like it wasn't so like the entire world was going crazy, which is why I wouldn't put Smash TV on there, because it's like, or Total Carnage, like those weird, obviously like the Running Man post-apocalyptic gladiator sport that they brought back and modernized. I wouldn't consider that post-apocalyptic. I would say a drastic dystopia.
Word.
Sorry, that was a rant, but
had to be done.
Had to be done. Because I think there's got to be a clear distinction where you can. Oh, why did we say Borderlands?
Oh, we did not.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
Does that count?
Technically, when you're on Pandora, yes, because there used to be a bunch of stuff there. The Doll Corporation and Atlas and all them, they were heavily invested there, and people started to come and dig around for the vaults, and everything got all screwed up, and Bandit showed up and pretty much wrecked what was there. So yeah, I guess in its own way, Pandora itself is post-apocalyptic. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say we can open it up so it's not just post-apocalyptic to Earth, because you could be on other planets doing crazy shit. That could definitely happen.
Definitely.
So
wow,
I didn't even think about that. That's such a gimme.
I'd like to throw out another game that you guys might be surprised I'm mentioning. One of your opening traits on Stellaris, you can start off on a tomb world, which is already wrecked and blown to hell. So you can start off post-apocalyptic as your race.
Yeah,
so,
he really wants to shoe in Stellaris for like the
it's on there.
how are we not sponsored by them yet?
Yeah,
and you can like blow up people back to the Stone Age if you want to. So
what is this? What does our podcast say we're playing? Are we currently playing Stellaris?
No, I didn't put Stellaris. I put PUBG.
Oh,
because with the
Borderlands 3 or
tension,
something.
well, what's going on is the darker side of what's going also out on sale is firearms and weapon systems. So people getting a little crazy out here and buying
including our friends.
So we're gonna try to take a positive route on this and say, hey, the shit will all blow over in like 2 months. So
2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, right?
I know I don't have 2 months, so
yeah.
the hell with me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Time for a new career.
New career in
Twitch streamer.
Twitch streamer.
But on a light note,
Twitch streamer.
Look.
Yeah, Derek.
You could be the Brown Maximilian dude.
Yeah. You got it. You got that charisma. You got that lady killing skills. You can do
my
whatever
bro,
you want.
that's
you're the Brown Maximilian dude.
Smug already does that, and he's amazing.
He's a maniac.
You're selling yourself
No,
short.
he's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Well, you got your own niche,
Yeah, you do.
and you got your own tournament. You got your own
Yeah.
open tournament. So yeah, they don't have that. I don't see
Although
Maximilian Dude with his own tournament.
Well, the problem is our tournaments are also on hold.
I mean,
Until
but
further notice.
you got him. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, and we are. Did we announce that? Like we did. Goon announced
like,
that.
it's nothing that shouldn't be a surprise. A lot of things in Seattle have been mandated to be canceled, and that includes events. So
Yes.
the big anime convention and the comic book convention just basically got shelved until further
XFL
notice.
got shelved. Everything.
Yeah, sports got shelved. So it was only a matter of time till our
And we
bonus
can
round
talk
tournament
about
would
this.
succumb. But yeah.
Yeah, and we because like NBA 2K. There we go. We tied it back in.
Yeah, right. What our bonus round tournament got canceled or put on hold until further notice.
Yeah, we're on hiatus.
So, we're not saying don't beat up on people on the internet too, but you have that option. But it's just it's much more calming experience when you're right there with other people just screaming obscenities and just drinking a whole lot of liquor. Also, some of them nice fancy beer tastings from the New Belgium Brewing Company, along with Voodoo Voodoo Ranger IPA,
And usually a bunch of swag too. So if you're into bottle openers and cozies and all that kind of stuff, yeah, show up.
I need an actual bottle opener, but koozie, loving it all
Yeah.
day.
Definitely.
Well, I think we had a lot of video games to have people, break into small amounts of madness to go play with and experience.
Yeah. So in these, I guess, pre-post-apocalyptic times, you want to get in the mood and get your training on. These are all some good games. We could also throw stuff like Rust in there. Rust is also post-apocalyptic.
Wow. Speaking of video games to play in post-apocalyptic times, most of us would have to play games on a console if we're not doing PC. Sorry, this is kind of a stretch of a segue, but
maybe.
Yeah, well,
depends on the game.
Production of said thing, people aren't going to like 500-person factories right now. So these video cards and RAM and this stuff isn't getting cranked out. We're gonna basically hit the pause button on hardware.
Yeah. Period.
So all these
Consoles,
new
phones,
cards
everything.
that may or may not have been PS5 and the new Xbox, that's all it's pushed back at least 3 months by now, if not longer.
It depends on how soon they're wrapping stuff up. I will say this though. This might be our first console launch that's online only. Like there will be people lining up at a Best Buy to get them because they just won't have them. And the ones they do have are like online pickups, I bet. So yeah. So I was talking about this with my neighbor. This might be the first console launch that's online only.
Wow.
So yeah.
I miss those.
That could be a
Console
thing.
launches are cool. I never buy the first console. I always wait for the second batch to come out, and
Definitely
you wait for revision 1.
Yeah. I want version 1.4.
1. Yeah, I want 1.1, please. Yeah, do that with phones too. Do that with just about anything you can afford to. So.
No, the 1.1 extension of a phone is it's a new series, new model. Let's go.
No, the 1.1 is like, this screen was kind of junky. People were having trouble clicking on things, so we just kind of smooth that out in the next one. But it's not like an actual launch. So yeah.
But it's pretty crazy. I have those friends that just buy iPhone at launch, every single one, every year.
And I'm shaking my head because I usually don't do that, but I did do that recently, and I did that with the graphics card in my computer because I knew it was going to sell out, and it did, and it kind of went against everything. And the only reason why I did it was because I bought it straight from Nvidia, and they cover pretty much whatever you buy straight from them. So I knew if there was an issue with it, I could just replace it. And I already had a really good card anyway, so I was like, well, if it messes up, I still got my other awesome card. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only. But yeah, that's the first thing in a long time, especially high-end electronics that I bought brand new at launch.
Brand new, Mr. Moneybags over here. All right.
I had to. I had to secure my ray tracing future. I couldn't let these consoles pass me up.
But anyways, Sage is currently not around right now, but they will definitely be back at one point.
She's gonna have some stories the next
Yeah.
time she's on.
Yeah, so we'll wait for the arrival of Sage Bell. If we continue to do Phone It In podcast, maybe we'll do so bad we won't actually do this anymore. Who knows? But I will say it's getting about that time of the hour. Any closing statements? That can't. Let's challenge ourselves. Is it COVID-19 related?
Oh.
No.
No, we just have to lean into it.
No. I mean, mine could be, but no.
No, that's fine. I was gonna try
My
to see if we
closing
could
statement
uplift
is
our
the same thing
ending.
from last week, right? We can't go out and be public with gaming, but you still could be social.
Yeah.
You know, if at all possible, it's a great way to like hang out with friends, find like a fun party game and jump on chat together.
Yeah.
That's half of the reason I play Overwatch. It's the only reason I like stay in touch with Zach and Marion so well is they're always online. So I'm like, hey, and they've both been on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then more importantly, stay tuned for one of our friends that may or may not be doing a Twitch. Oh no, not Twitch. YouTube gaming channel.
Yeah.
More details later.
Ooh.
Well, we'll find out what those are.
Okay.
Anyways, that was more positive, uplifting, without really directly mentioning COVID-19. So I appreciate
The beer
that
bug.
challenge.
The beer bug. We call it the beer bug.
The beer bug, Corona. I don't know how it went from COVID to Corona. That's the one thing.
It's
Yeah.
because it's actually because of how the little virus itself looks. It's round with the little spiky things on top, so it looks like a crown. So they called it Corona.
Fair,
So,
fair.
Oh. Oh, damn.
So, I was
here's
gonna
a
say-
positive note. Oh, hey there. You got
Yeah.
someone in the back behind you.
Of course.
Here's a positive outro for. They just looked at the canals of Venice, and they're clearing up, and you could actually see fish in it right now.
Oh wow.
People shutting down the city for only not even 2 weeks has reduced pollution so much that wildlife has gone into the canal and the water is like clear. They're saying the same thing is going to happen from reduced traffic on the streets, especially planes. And we're basically going to learn like a lot from this. And gaming related, because I remember
Assassin's Creed 2.
yeah, Assassin's Creed 2. I remember a couple years ago, with like Chinese tariffs, they were threatening to not make, cards over there. And someone was like, we choose to do business with you. There's a bunch of open land in America here where we could just pop up a factory in the middle of Michigan and we will get people to work. Like, we can do that next week. It'll be expensive, but we do not have to, the big hardware companies don't have to cater to China.
Nope.
If it comes to that, they choose to because it is cheap. But do you think we can start making things domestically? Is that a possibility?
Man, you're like the weird, I support homegrown products from homegrown people.
It's definitely going to shift. People knew that this was all very fragile, and now it's like all coming down. And you guys have heard me say it. I don't know if I said it. I may have said it on the podcast. I know I've said it to you guys before. 2020, and I said it to some other friends. 2020 is the year of comeuppance for a lot of stuff.
Is this our comeuppance?
I mean, but this has been a whole lot of comeuppance coming up this year, and this is just another one of them. So it's just like people overextending. Like, okay, you've got your good thing, and now they're just overextending and doing it, and now they're getting their hands slapped a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, because like I said, my friends were all in the service industry, and a good third of them, if not half, were just like, I wasn't really liking this anyway. Time to pull my pants up and do the thing I really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's really tough on the career bartenders that no. I open my own bar. I'm knowledgeable about this is my profession. I'm not doing this as a job. I'm doing this as a career. That's where it gets kind of tough.
Yeah.
But there's 3 people from my work that are like, I didn't like this place anyway. And they enrolled in online boot camps and stuff. And they're just, it was the last little push they needed.
Some people do that. Sometimes adversity in this situation will really drive people to do very interesting, maybe sometimes not even logical things. But
Yeah, like I wonder how many camp girls are happening right now. Probably
Actually,
only in
more than
droves.
Yeah, but not that many because they're getting replaced by like CG girls.
Yeah, CG anime girls right now. That's what's
No
hot right now.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
Twitch,
yeah.
Twitch is promoting the CG girls over them. They're like, we don't need these, like, we don't need this. We'll just like throw like an idol out there, a CG idol, just call it a
Oh
day.
Jesus.
Dude, it's legit followings of Idolmaster. Like, replace
And then-
the person, replace with a computer, save money on food costs.
And then these
travel.
girls are getting all bent, and they're all like, "What kind of guys are these that are doing this? Like, you would prefer a CG girl?" And they're getting all bent, and everybody's like, "Ha ha."
Well, that's a good way to go out. We're talking about CG webcam.
Yeah,
Everybody
CG idols.
listening right now, please like and subscribe, share.
Let us know. Let us know if you want to hear more CG idol talk.
I mean, do we have to
Yeah.
invest that in our live stream technology? Do we have to
That
figure
should-
a CG model?
That
Maybe
should
give,
actually be a
you mean
give
podcast.
London
London?
a CG body since she never wants to show her damn face at the office.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, just the neck down.
Just the
Yeah, we
neck
need to
down.
make
You
her-
know, you can
we
even
need-
see her face because we don't even see her face half the time.
We need to just make her the cat, the little dipping cat, the good luck cat.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. If you replaced London with another white girl, I don't know if I'd notice.
Damn.
I'd just be like, "Hey, London," and she'd be like, "My name is Brenna." I'll be like, "Oh, whatever."
Yeah.
My
We'll
name
set up
is
straight.
my name is Scout.
Scout.
My name's Scout.
Okay, anyway, we're at salt_tier_pod on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. We are Salt Tier Podcast. We are on Spotify. We are on SoundCloud. We're on Soundcasting Network. We're on Google Play. Oh gosh, what I forget?
iTunes.
iTunes.
We're on Steam. I'll just throw it out there. Where else we at?
I think
I'm
that's
missing something.
about it.
Stitcher.
Yeah, Stitcher.
Yeah, maybe.
We're probably
And
somewhere
then,
there, but
maybe-
it all can be easily found on the Soundcasting Network.
Christian Mingle.
Yep, Christian Mingles.
And as far as the videos go, the videos are in a really not that easy to find folder for videos on the Salt Tier Podcast. London's gonna get them over YouTube. You know what? There's never been more time, London. You got a ton of free time this.
ton of free work to do for us. Make sure you get your credits on time.
Hey, Russ.
Yo.
Not Russ. Saverings.
Yep.
Roll that Play-Doh snake.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll them Play-Doh snakes
roll
though.
the Play-Doh
Gotta
snake.
roll them Play-Doh snakes though.
All right,
Anyways.
Maniacs, this has been Loud and Brown.
Well,
and
I
then
didn't get to
to
say a
my-
goodbye statement.
No. I know, yeah, you. Am I pointing to you?
No, you're pointing to the save rings on the feed.
No,
to
we're all
save
screwed up
rings.
because you're over here on this side.
Yeah.
Oh, to me, stay out of trouble. Use your best judgment. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. I say as I'm touching my own face.
Yeah.
And get, like Louder Brown said, get social with it. There was 20 million people on Steam the other day. It broke its all-time record. There's 20 million people on Steam. Xbox Live crashed like 3 times in the last 2 days.
Discord crashed for like a few hours today.
Yeah, Discord was up and down and all over the place. So yeah, get on there and get social with everybody else trying to get social. There's a lot of good stuff to play. Try some of the games we mentioned. Maybe we'll post them on our Facebook page. As far as and most of these games are, a lot of them are co-op. So
Oh
get
yeah,
on there and play with some
co-op,
people.
competitive, any way you want it. You can build a
Mhm.
society together. You can kill each other and at each other.
There you go. Now's the time to beat Cuphead. Finally.
Yeah, it is.
You got all the time in the
Yeah.
world, Derek.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cuphead. But that's about it. Just
All right. The
sleep-
kid seems
you
to
know-
be dragging a body away. That's cool.
get your
There
sleep.
it goes.
Eat your foods. Stay inside if you can. But do go out and like get your walk and your exercise on. But chill.
Chill.
Yeah.
Thanks, Saverings. A little uplifting. I like it. It's good. About a humanity
Yeah.
piece. What I'm gonna leave you with this, Maniacs, is hashtag bidet 2020. Get rid of the toilet paper. You don't need it anymore. Just start booty blasting your butthole. All right.
Now remember, not Biden 2020.
Bidet
with a
2020.
T, not an N. BIDE.
E.T.
You talking about the sniffer? You talking about the sniffer up in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
come on,
smell
America! It's
real
time. It's time to get booty blasted. It's gonna like you won't need toilet paper anymore. You'll just need a booty towel to like pat dry. You'll be
Well,
all right.
And running water. Because like in an
Yeah.
apocalypse, you can't barter with the bidet. You're better off bartering with the toilet paper.
So people are gonna just dunk their butts in like a bucket. Is that the?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll go to that level if I have to.
Ooh-wee.
And also, there is mechanical versions where it's not reliant on technology. I'm getting the one that's reliant on technology.
So it's like a butter churner, or like the front of like an old timey car.
Oh yeah,
You got
it's a
when you sit
wide
on your
crank.
toilet, you got like sit real quick.
Hey,
Oh.
super soakers are coming back. Just take
Oh.
it and aim backwards.
Yeah,
Turn it on
Actually-
yourself like a shotgun.
yeah. Damn.
Kurt Cobain it, son. Oh, too
Yeah.
soon.
Too soon.
Is it too soon?
All
He's
right.
been gone for a while. But anyways, booty blast your buttholes. This whole TP thing is a false prophet of lies and hysteria. Just go get your booty blasted. And with that, we're hanging up the phone.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
After we phone this in.